All right, guys, here's a bit of a tank update, also a learning experience. Anyways, I'll just kind of point these things out. So there's been a couple things that have happened. As we see, I have some hermit crabs. I have some blue leg hermit crabs, red leg hermit crabs somewhere in here, and I have these Mexican hermit crabs. What I found out is you need to feed them. So, of course, I feed the livestock in the tank, but that said, I guess I wasn't feeding them enough. So one of two things have happened. I had, I think, 3 astral snails total. So like this conical shaped guy right there, and they do an awesome job cleaning the tank, right? So they would often be, hanging around this area here or hanging around the walls. They were doing their thing, right? So anyways, yesterday I'm thinking, wait a second, the water looks a little cloudy, like it's got like these little things floating around in it. So I wasn't sure what was happening. But then I noticed, I'm like, wait a second, where are the other astral snails? So, I flipped one shell over, it was empty. And then I came here. And again, I saw that all of the snails were actually on top of this astral snail, and they were, I'm like, well, why are they on top? So, anyways, they were eating him. So, yeah, I mean, the lesson is we got to make sure that we're feeding everyone. Making sure our water parameters are good. As I said, we're approaching week 6, so I am going to test the salinity today and make sure that that's adequate. Probably do a slight water top off, but also measure the water for nitrates. Because, I looked online and I was looking into that. Is it okay to leave the shells in? Yes, you can leave the shells in. If a snail dies on you, of course, you don't want to just leave it in there. Some folks just say, just leave it in there as long as it's not spoiling. And as you've seen, there's nothing left. Overall, we appreciate all the comments and all the interest in the tank. If we can, inspire someone that's been thinking about setting up a tank to actually take those next steps. Of course, we'd love to be, a part of that and help you guys learn and grow your own tank. As I said, we're still, very new to this. And so one thing I haven't done yet is actually clean the sponge filter in the back chamber. So need to do that. But I've also had comments in other videos suggesting that the tank still looks too clean to sustain the pistol shrimp that's in here, as well as the goby. And as I said, I don't know if you guys can see, but there's like little bits floating around, and I'm thinking that's the astral snail. I thought they were copepods, but I don't think so. And then the other thing that was asked was, actually, this is, before I forget, so we have some zoas, but you can tell that the livestock has flipped them. So, I did pick up something to bind them with, which is like an epoxy. So, see if I can find that. Just give me one sec here. Well, anyways, I'll show you guys in a later video. I did pick up like a tube of epoxy, so I'm gonna brave that and affix them onto the rocks so that the livestock don't push them around. So yeah, guys, that's it for now. Haven't added anything. As I said, we're taking it slow. I do want to add some more coral because I was reaching in and trying to check on the snails. I did knock some stuff around, but also the pistol shrimp. Like, the cool thing about the pistol is he's constantly working, and so like underneath the rockwork, like I don't know if you can tell, but there is a cave system, and that's why the sand has you know, slowly moved around and it's been sloped. Like I actually didn't do any of that. That happened completely on its own. And I mean, you can see this little tiny opening, for example, right here. He'll, you know, for example, he'll, like I said, the network cave system is pretty intricate. So he'll come out of there, do a little bit of work, and then pop back in. I mean, you can kind of see another cave system there. So it's hard to know where he is, but he does come out. And so because we lost our astral snails, again, have to think about a future cleaner. May not put anything for now. I mean, the snails themselves are pretty entertaining. But again, the great lesson is gotta feed more, but not overfeed. All right, guys, thanks for tuning in. We appreciate you guys, and we'll see you in the next one.